Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond podcast. Today I have Alan from the band Agony out of San Antonio, Texas. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. I am the sexy gummy bear and the guy who says homosexual uh, tendencies.
Oh, damn. I don't know about all that. Wrong number. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not really homo. I just like to say stuff just to be weird and unique.
He's different, guys.
Mhm.
So where does the name Agony come from? 'Cause that's just like a straight up, like, I don't know.
It's like, honestly, like, don't get me wrong, like when I first heard the name as the band name, I thought it was going to be cheesy, like, not gonna lie, but after a while, like, us as people, we all go through agony, like, literally, like, physically, mentally, emotionally, doesn't matter, like, what your situation is, like, if there's something negative that goes on in your life, you go through agony. So
Yeah.
it made perfect sense to us, and it, like, really, I end up, like, falling in love with the name even more. So
Yeah,
that's how
man.
agony became a thing.
And I love that because, sometimes we just don't know how to express things. And, if you're playing a band that's called Agony, you just kind of like think about all that stuff. Or, if it makes you more self-aware, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes down to music and performing live, it's my therapy. Like, I don't want to go up to some shrink, spend some money, when I could just put on music or perform in front of people that you do what you love doing, and you still feel better right afterwards. Temporary 30-minute Band-Aid, but it still helps.
Hold on, you keep cutting off for some reason. Are you moving?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Can you hear me better now?
yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. What I was saying was, instead of paying a shrink or a therapist to talk about your problems, I personally express it on stage or at the studio or at home, and it feels good. It may be 30 minutes of fame up on the stage. It might be just a temporary Band-Aid, but it helps me out a lot for sure. And I'm sure as well as the band as well if they're going through something personal.
I love that, man. That's amazing because, like, I just love that, I love that about musicians too. I'm a huge Bad Flower fan, and I talked about Bad Flower in one of my latest interviews, and, it seemed like that guy was going through a lot too with the lyrics that he wrote, and I'm just like, I bet he feels so much better on stage.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if you ever, like, when there's a time when we come play in your town and you see how I react on stage, the best way I could describe myself is I take out all my frustrations, all my anger, and take it out on the stage. I literally don't, like, destroy anything, but what I'll do is I'll be jumping around, head banging, basically putting on the stage presence. And what the band has seen about me is that the music takes over my soul, and I, like, let out everything. I'm jumping around, getting the crowd going. Even when it's like a softer song, I'll, like, do, like, little dance moves just to, like, groove along with the beat. And that is just something what I end up doing as my stage presence. Like, I become a totally different person when I'm on stage.
Yeah, and when I've been listening to your music, well, for a while now, right? Because we've been friends on TikTok for a while.
Yeah.
But what, like, ever since I started listening again, I don't know what song it is, but when I listen to it, I think of that song, the Murder.
Are you talking about Pity Party?
I think so, because that's one of my favorite songs too. But I don't know, for some reason it always brings me back to that other song, the Murder. I don't know who sings it or who plays it, but Like when every time that I listen to Pity Party, it like I don't know, I think of that song and I'm just like, this is good. I love this.
Oh yeah, Pity Party is like the dan da dan da dan da dan da
Yeah,
dan
yeah,
da
it is
dan.
Pity Party.
Yeah, Pity Party. Yeah, that was a fun song. Or it was actually like fun fact. It actually started off a little slower, then we sped it up on the second time we tried it out, and it came out pretty good. And yeah, Pity Party is like one of those songs that my singer came up with because basically like all of our songs from this is the word of mouth from my singer Richard. He's also a sexy gummy bear. He said that all of our songs are love songs.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're not like because like most of the songs that he wrote about it's about just breaking up with an ex.
Yeah.
And it totally like I mean so it sounds kind of like we're like a Linkin Park in a way I guess you would say. But like we're like I mean, like we take influences and inspirations from them, but we don't sound exactly like them. Obviously, when you hear our music, but like just little bits and pieces from each band, and Linkin Park is one of them when it comes down to lyrically, because it's something that people can relate to, because you're gonna have a relationship that just like walking on eggshells. Most of us,
Yeah.
most if not all, have been through a relationship that was like that.
That's
So
wild. And
that's how Pity Party went.
dude, I wanna fucking have a pity party with you guys. Let's be sad together.
Oh, dude, we'll be down for sure because we're definitely trying to push more shows outside of San Antonio for sure.
Damn, that's sick. If I'm ever in San Antonio, like I really want to go check you guys out for sure.
I don't know if it's any closer or not, but we do have a show in San Marcos, Texas on October 13th. If you want
It's
to come on out to that one.
it's still about the same distance, honestly.
Yeah, because also that for that show, that one's going to be a huge opportunity in my opinion, because that we're opening up for Shattered Sun and Semper Service, who are both going on tour. You already, and I'm not too sure if you know, and I'm sure there's others out there, but the singer of Shattered Sun is also in Il Nino.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I almost interviewed Shattered Sun, but there was a like scheduling conflict, so I didn't get to do that. But that's when you guys will be playing with the Crown too, right?
Yeah, we'll be playing with the Crown as well. That one was originally was over at Enemy, but I honestly don't know what happened, why they
Yeah,
dropped off the gig, but I wish them the best. But like that's already still a banger of a show. I mean like I'm like since you already know about the Crown, it's just like they've already toured the world from what I've been told. So I'm just
yeah, yeah.
like,
No, they've opened up for Hell Yeah and for other main bands too.
oh yeah, so this is gonna be one killer of a show, especially for a Sunday. It's
Oh
gonna
shit,
be
it's
awesome.
Sunday.
Uh
That's gonna be sick, man. And you said it's gonna be at Belmont or what's it called?
huh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's in San Marcos, Texas at Ragnar's.
Ragnar's.
Yeah, Ragnar's on the compound.
You said October 13th on a Sunday.
Yeah, October 13th on a Sunday.
If you guys are in the San Marcos area, check it out. It's gonna be an amazing show with a lot of heavy metal. And
Hmm.
what inspired you guys to? What bands inspired you guys to like write music and just make music in general? I know you talked about Linkin Park, but is there other musicians that have inspired you guys?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Pantera being one of them because both me, fun fact, what me and Joe in the band, there's two Joes. So there's Joey Ruthless. He plays lead guitar. Now I'm talking about the other guitarist. He's more rhythm. He has long hair and a pony, and he has a braided beard. Well, anyway,
Oh,
what me and
sick.
him do right before we start playing, we do like how Dimebag and Vinnie Paul would do. They would say Van Halen, and they'll like fist bump each other. But what me and Joe would do, we go dime bag.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, that's amazing.
That's like kind of like a little ritual or type of thing that we have to do right before we play. Whether if it's going to be a good show or a bad show, we always see it as a good show. But yeah, like Pantera is one of them. I personally, I grew up with like Metallica, Pantera, and all that stuff. But once I got into my teens, I got into Mudvayne, Korn, Slipknot, to name a few. And then also, this is going to be totally weird because since we are metal, but we also have our melodic stuff. Pink Floyd is one of my inspirations.
Oh, dude, Pink Floyd is amazing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know they go through that little controversy type of stuff, but I see past that. I still like Pink Floyd regardless of what they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pink Floyd, dude, like their music was like, I grew up listening to Pink Floyd pretty much 24/7 as a kid, and that's where I mostly got my inspirations from. As weird as it sounds, because I grew up with heavy metal, but they were like next to the Korn, like when it comes down to what I enjoyed. And then what else? My singer, like he loves Burton C. Bell from originally from Fear Factory. He likes Mike Patton from Faith No More. Joey Ruthless, he mentioned like in a previous podcast that he likes Kerry King from Slayer, and he mentioned another artist, but I think he mentioned Kirk Hammett. I could be wrong. Sorry, Joey Ruthless, if I got that wrong, if you do hear this. And then our drummer Yambo, he loves the drummer from Seven Dust, Morgan Rose, I think.
Oh, okay, sick.
So like, and okay, now about, yeah, that's our inspiration, but like also, like that's what we enjoy listening to. But what I told them from like the get-go, from the beginning, was I said, play however you want. If it sounds good, we'll keep it. If it still needs work, we'll just put it on the back burner. We'll get back to it when we come up with something else with it. And it's just, like I told the guys, just be open-minded. There is no limitations. There's no rules. Do what you want. And that's like what you heard out of our songs and EPs that we have released. That is what you got out of Agony.
That's sick, man. I love it. Like, and usually when I listen to music, like when I have to like interview bands and stuff, I listen to them like in the middle of the night. So, you know, whether it be like, you know, like a hip hop artist that I'm gonna talk to, or a country singer that I'm talking to, or a heavy metal, and like I'm just like, all right, well, I'm always gonna listen to the music loud, so I feel bad for everybody around me. So when I played y'all's music, I was just like, oh shit, this is so different.
Yeah, let the neighbors hear. They'll be in for a treat.
Yeah, it's amazing though. I love it. And I know you mentioned Linkin Park earlier. What are your thoughts on the band moving forward and choosing Emily Armstrong?
Oh, about that. I'm gonna be honest. Like I know everyone has their own different opinions, and I respect each and every one of them. But honestly, once Chester passed away, Linkin Park ended, because there is no one who can compete with Chester Bennington, in my honest opinion. Like, they will have to push the envelope even harder just to match his level. And honestly, I have not heard one good singer that is as good as Chester Bennington.
Yeah, I feel that. I just hate that everybody's attacking her, and I've gotten into a few arguments on TikTok, and I'm just like, dude, it's music, just let it be. Like, are you in the band? Nope. All right, well, move on.
Yeah. I mean, if she wants to be part of the band, that's cool. But like, I'm still have that same mindset of like I lived in the hybrid theory era, the
Yeah,
Meteora
yeah.
era. Like that was the era that I grew up with Linkin Park. Now, if there's like the newcomers that are just discovering Linkin Park with Emily Armstrong, I'm sure they're going to enjoy it. If they enjoy it, cool. That's for you. But I'm not going to be a gatekeeper and tell them no, you can't listen to that. No, I am not a gatekeeper. I refuse to be that way because I
Yeah.
like what I like to do is to have everyone get a chance to listen to something, whether it doesn't matter what genre it is, it doesn't matter what artist. Like just like jam to them. If you like them, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm fine with that. Like I'm an easygoing person. Long story short.
Yeah, music is beautiful and it speaks to everybody no matter what.
Exactly.
And what have been some of the biggest challenges you guys have faced as a band, and how have you guys overcome them?
Oh, like what are the biggest challenges that we had?
Yeah.
Uh, trying to get. There have been some times like, well, you know how life is. Jobs get in the way, other stuff gets in the way, so it kind of messes up their schedule. But it's out of our control, so it's not. It's not something that like where I could say that like it's like, oh, this is stressful. I'm gonna lose my hair because one person didn't make it to band practice, or oh, we haven't made an album yet, type of thing. But it's just like it's all just like we're all just being patient about it, and like we actually finally had a chance to meet up in person, like all five of us at the studio, and we were able to come up with three new songs, and that was this past Sunday.
Oh, sick.
Mhm. So yeah, the biggest challenge is just trying to get everyone together. But now that everything seems to be situated, and it's gonna go by our schedules without having to interfere with anyone's plans, whether it be family or whatever, we're
Yeah.
golden again. So I guess you could say that was the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. And I saw that you guys posted something like a video, and you guys said the shame.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
that a new single coming out? Like, when could we hear it?
it's gonna be to be announced for sure on the song and the music video because I personally like yes, I'm the bass player of the band, but I also have my little side hobbies I like to do as well. Like all the video promos that you see that I've been posting, I made those.
Yeah.
So I'm also getting into doing music videos. I personally never learned how to do a music video in my life, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna push the envelope, and I am willing to learn how to do music videos myself. I've already done lyric videos already. I did it with my band with Agony, with three of our songs from our EP that we just recently released, and the one with like Can't Stay, Inhumane, and I Am. Those you can find the lyric videos on our YouTube page, and I'm working on the lyric video for. It's a lyric video slash music video of This Shame. It's still in a work in progress because I'm trying to get the timing right to get everyone back again to where I can get like the footage that I need. And also, like I also did a lyric video for Ray Rivera and Joe. There's another Joe that's a part of Semper Service for their project. I did a lyric video for them too, and apparently they said I did a good job. And I'm just like, whoa, I was their first client.
Oh shit! Hell yeah, dude, that's epic.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's snap. That's pretty cool. And I was just like, all right, I guess I found a new hobby. So that's like besides that, I also make do mods and all that stuff, but that's nothing music related. But I'm a nerd. I make video games on the side.
Yeah, yeah. You're the one that, cause I know Madcon 2. Shout out. Um, but you're the one that has that what's that mod game that you've been working on for a while already?
Jazz Jackrabbit Doom.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And then also, speaking of Macon Thu, I was featured on his After Hours Adult Swim EP on 3 of his tracks.
Oh shit! Hell yeah.
I did the Aqua Teen Hunger Force theme song. I also did the Boondocks theme song, and I also did the Space Ghost Coast to Coast bass tracks on all 3.
That's epic, dude. Yeah, Matt Cantu, I need to get him on here too. Should be fun
Oh yeah,
as well.
I love that guy. Like, so much love to him. He is such one of the coolest dudes to work with. He was very patient with me because at the time I was I work at a warehouse, so it's kind of hard for me to find time to do whatever I gotta do with my hobbies, except on the weekends. So that took I'm gonna be honest, it took me a while to get those tracks done, but I was able to get them finished at a decent amount of time, and he was cool with it, and he worked with me, and it was definitely a blast because I was doing all the recordings at my house. Like,
okay.
yeah, I also know how to record music. I have too much on my. Like I said, there's no such thing as limitations. Learn whatever you can.
Yeah, dude, and I love it because like when I'm scrolling through TikTok, like you're just sitting there and like, hey, what's up, guys? Agony has a show in San Antonio, and I'm just like, damn, I just want to listen to this guy forever. Like, keep talking.
Oh yeah. Like, I was like, for my videos, I always picture myself as being the Clear Eyes guy, like Bueller. Like, that's what I was picturing myself as, like, because I don't really sound energetic on my videos, because like that's actually how I am in person. I'm very chill. I'm not really as energetic. The only time I'm ever energetic is like right now, like just doing the podcast with you right now. I'm tons of energy up on stage, like you said, and that's it. But really, other than that, I'm just like the chill dude who drinks a Diet Coke and smokes a cigarette, and just able just to chill with people.
What kind of smokes is your fuck, what do you call it? Oh, what kind of cigarettes is your vice?
What kind of cigarettes are my vibe?
Yeah, like what cigarette vice? Like, what is your vice? Like,
okay. I smoke L&Ms, if that's what you mean.
oh yeah, like that's I should just ask what kind of cigarettes do you like?
Well, what kind of cigarettes do I like? Sorry, I'm partially deaf, and I'm in my office, the bathroom. Anyway, no, I like L&M menthols. I prefer menthol. Like, every time I smoke a regular cigarette, it just hurts my throat.
Okay.
I like to relax, is the best way to put it.
And I see that you have a huge TikTok presence. Like how did you go about like doing that? Like, did you just kind of just one day just start like posting videos, or like?
Okay, you want to hear my inspiration on this?
Yes, please.
So when I first came across TikTok, it was my wife. My wife, she was always showing me all these TikToks, but I didn't have a TikTok account, so she would post it up on my Facebook Messenger. And I said, let me see what this whole TikTok thing is about. And this was back in probably around the time when COVID was becoming a thing. So I just had the account. I didn't really check anything except for me. A little fun fact about me, I love dogs. I'm a huge dog lover. I love dogs. And I just kept on coming across like little trends of like owners with their dogs, doing funny videos with their dogs. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to do that with my dog. So I got my dog Snoopy. And I remember the very first video I did. It was a picture of like an aggressive looking boxer, looking mean with the pointy ears. and it was showing. It was said like it had like like kind of like an eerie, ominous background song,
Yeah.
and it's the bulldog saying like what my dog thinks he looks like, and it shows like how my dog actually is, and it's like chasing bubbles, and like I was just and that's how it blew up. It was me and my dog. He was the inspiration, and then I was trying to go along with the trends and everything. And long story short, it didn't seem like it was going anywhere. And to say, you know what, I did create a separate Agony account, and then like I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna cheat the system. I got all these followers. I might as well just turn into an Agony thing, and then like that's how it happened.
That's sick, bro. I love that.
Yeah, because the original Agony thing was barely getting any followers. I think I had like 200 right when I just say, you know what, I'm just gonna turn my personal account to the band account. So that's when, the long story short, that's what happened. And it's like I had about like 4,000 something at the time. I was like, yeah, okay, let me change the name and change the content.
Hey guys, we're all music now. Welcome.
Exactly. Like, yeah, my dog, like, I'll pop my dog up here and there, like, if I could come up with something that will go along with the trend or whatever. But I was just like, I haven't found the time or the creativity to get that done yet. But my dog Snoopy will show his face again sometime soon.
Yeah, honestly, like when I started when I started my Music and Beyond podcast TikTok, like it was me and doing a lot of drinking and stuff. And then I was just like, it's a Music and Beyond podcast, but I never really post clips or anything, and it's just videos of me drinking. Like everybody's gonna just think that I'm an alcoholic. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna stop recording myself when I drink.
Oh, I remember those good old days. It's gonna be going on 10 years this month of not drinking on my part.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years sober.
Damn, bro, that's tough.
Yeah, dude, it's just, like, it's definitely
So 10 years without drinking, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, 10 years sober. I'll be honest with you, I have not like, I barely drank, but when I did, I would drink a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go to the sob story, but let's just say that I was going down a route that was going to be very negative to the point where things were not going to be looking good on my part or anyone else's. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to quit cold turkey. And I just stopped.
And you don't get tempted like at the shows or anything, or I'm sure there's a few people out in the crowd like, hey, let me buy you a round or whatever.
Oh yeah, people have done that. Like, people have asked me if I wanted to take a shot, and so I was just telling them this: I'll take a bourbon and Coke, but hold the bourbon.
That's good.
And they'll be cool with it, and they'll be like, they don't really get like no peer pressure or anything like that. They're usually laid back about it. It's like, oh, okay, no problem, and like we'll just continue on whatever we were doing. Because I've heard of people that would like snap at people. It's like, no, I don't drink no more. And I'm just like, no, I'm not the aggressive type.
Yeah.
I have too much of a big heart.
Yeah, man, that's good, man, that you stopped. Like I mean, I probably should have stopped a long time ago. I went 2 years. I went from 2020 to 2022 just drinking every day. I was like, this is stupid.
Oh yeah, I totally know the feeling on that. There were some
it was during pandemic, so I was like, there's nothing to do. So now I limit myself, and I only drink Friday and Saturday, sometimes Thursdays.
Oh man, dude, wow. Does your liver still love you?
No, yeah.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah, my liver still loves me, but I only drink.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I only drink 2 days out of the week, sometimes 3, so that's my limit.
Okay, well, I'll drink some in spirit for you.
And
but
what's up?
But all I was gonna say is, yeah, like if you do end up quitting drinking and everything like that, like cold turkey or whatever, you got my support.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks.
Oh yeah, no problem. And also, if you still continue drinking, enjoy.
Yeah, I will. I'll do the exact same thing later on tonight.
Oh yeah, thank you. Just be
And
responsible.
yeah. Yeah, I also don't think that I'm over here freaking taking shots and doing all like I'm a beer guy. I drink 4 or 5 beers max, and then I go to sleep, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a chill type of thing, I guess you would say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like even when I'm at a bar, like I drink my 6 or 7 beers, depending on how tired I am, and then
Mhm.
I call an Uber or somebody to pick me up, and I go home and I fall asleep.
Responsible. I like that.
Yeah, you can be responsible and be a drunk too. But enough about me.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the
Mhm.
music. Who would you guys like
Exactly.
to tour with?
Well, I'm sorry?
Who would you guys like to tour with?
Oh, definitely our Buzz of Simper service. Like we've already played quite a few shows with them like since last year, and we got that one that's coming up on October 13th at Ragnar's in San Marcos. And shoot, like one day for sure, that would be amazing to tour Simper service. But also, this is my dream. Open up for Corn. I don't care if
Ooh,
we tour. As long as if we open up the stage for Corn, dude, my dreams will come true. Definitely for sure.
that would be sick, man.
Yeah, because Corn is one of those bands that really helped me through my dark times, and that I will not get into detail on because that one's really bad. But yeah, that one it's a sad one,
Which one?
and my childhood.
Oh, your childhood, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that one.
I've heard you tell stories about your childhood on TikTok, I believe, and I think I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But yeah, that's pretty wild.
Well, I'll do it just to spread awareness, but like, let's just say that my stepfather did things to me and other children or another child. I'm not too sure if he attacked others, but he did some wrongdoings that he shouldn't have done, including to myself when I was a little kid. So, yeah, but thankfully, he's in prison now. They just added 68 years on top of this 10-year sentence I just found out about a month ago.
Damn.
So, and also, I went down this whole thing. I went down the road of being religious and following God, and I asked for forgiveness, and that's the results. I asked for forgiveness, and a week later, that's when my stepfather got 6 to 8 years added to his prison sentence. I'm like, oh, dang. Okay.
Hey, we're not a religious podcast, but God is good.
Yeah, amen to that. But yeah, we'll get back to the music for sure. I just want to get that off my chest.
No, yeah, yeah, and I honestly I wanted you to talk about that, but I didn't really know how to go about it because you're not gonna just simply ask somebody to talk about something like that, you know?
Yeah, that's understanding. It's definitely not everyone for them to share that type of stuff because not everyone has the voice.
Yeah.
No one doesn't really. I'm not bashing them. I'm definitely not bashing them because that's how I was. I stayed quiet about it, and then like one day I just said, you know what, I'm gonna stand up for myself, and like I'm basically doing this to help others to know that they're not alone, and like that's also another reason why back to the music. That's whatever you see me on stage. That's my
You happy,
me
please?
getting out my frustrations because of
Yeah.
that. And of course, everyday life things, bills,
Yeah,
and all
man.
that stuff.
Well, hey, go out there and be amazing on stage.
Exactly. Like the stage is my therapy, my pharmaceuticals, and I'm good with that. That's my drug. That's my alcohol.
Yeah.
And it's the most healthiest passion and hobby that you can ever come across.
True. True. And this is not a music question, but I know you. I know the San Antonio area pretty good, so I'm definitely gonna ask you this: In-N-Out Burger or Whataburger?
Whataburger.
Oh, damn! You were
I'm
almost cool.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do like the flavor that In-N-Out has on their burgers, but I've been old school. I grew up with Whataburger pretty much the majority of my life, and Whataburger is good, but also another thing, I have cut out fast food in my life. I barely eat it anymore.
Oh shit! Damn, you went all healthy and stuff. That's good.
I can't say that I'm healthy. I still eat a bunch of junk food that I cook.
Yeah.
I like to cook, barbecue. I'm slowly learning how to bake, thanks to my wife. And other than that, it's just I prefer to cook at home, and plus I can make it better. And I not to brag, but like when it comes down to spices, like I know what I'm putting in, and I know what's gonna taste good.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to. Everybody listening to this party at his house, he's gonna barbecue for us.
Oh yeah, for sure. BYOM. Bring your own meat, and
Oh, bring your
we'll.
own meat.
Mhm.
Hell
And you
yeah,
also
dude.
bring your own beer, and if you wanna hook me up, you need some Diet Coke or Diet Dr Pepper. I'm good.
And well, I like to end every interview with this question. It's
Mm.
if you were stuck in an elevator with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you talk about?
Oh. Okay. My number one inspiration and influencer, I would have to say Ryan Martini from Mudvayne.
Oh hell yeah,
That
dude.
is a monster of a bass player. He always blows me away with whatever he plays. Even when in his jazz fusion band that he was in, I can't think of the band name, but him as a bass player, dude. When the first song I ever heard of Mudvayne was "Not Falling," and I was in
Yeah.
high school, like in 2004. And I heard "Not Falling," and then I heard "Dig" shortly afterwards, because this is before YouTube was becoming a thing, so it was AOLmusic.com. So they posted up music videos through there, and I caught Mudvayne and "Not Falling." And those, Mudvayne's "Not Falling" and "Dig," those are the first two Mudvayne tracks I ever heard. And when I heard Ryan Martini playing, dude, the tone that he gives off, the fact that he is just like, he's more of a jazz player, but when he blends that with metal and progressive, dude, that's a chef kiss right there. Mwah.
That's sick. Now is it Cooter Eye or is it Soften the Glare?
Soften the glare.
Soften the Glare.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I remember glare being one of the words.
Yeah, yeah.
Something.
I'm looking him up right now, and he has one with Kurai or something like that. I can't pronounce that. And Soften the Glare.
Yeah, the first one I haven't heard, but Soften the Glare, yes. That one's the jazz fusion band. Dude, that is real good. If you have not heard it, check them out. And that's including everyone who's hearing this podcast. Check them out. They're really good. I don't even know if they're together anymore or if they're on hiatus, but some of the stuff that they released is good.
That's sick, man. I'll definitely have to check that out. And where can we find you guys?
Okay, so we have a Facebook. We do have Instagram. We are currently working on Grindr right now. And
Grinder.
yeah, and OnlyFans. What else? Feet Finder. You can find my singer's feet on there. They look like chainsaws, but he's improving. But I'm just kidding. All jokes aside, if you go to our Facebook page, we do have our link tree attached to as a link for you to get to all of our material, because that's technically like a website in a way. So that we have all of our social media listed, music platforms, and also a blog that Lee Jackson did. That's also another thing I need to include, because we actually collaborated with a music composer for well-known first-person shooter games from the 90s.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, Lee Jackson. So so the story behind that, like I mentioned earlier, I designed Doom mods and all that stuff. I'm a part of the Doom World Forum website on the internet, and that's where everyone posts up their like Doom mods, projects, works in progress, all that kind of stuff. But they also have separate threads about like what do you like to do for fun, or just like anything in general that doesn't even involve like video games.
Yeah.
And I posted up about Agony. I posted up our single and music video Erase at the time when it was released. And he wrote me personally, Lee Jackson, on Doomworld. He goes, "Hey, I heard your band. I really like what you guys are doing. Would you like to cover one of my songs from Duke Nukem?" And I'm like, what?
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. He said that, like, of course, like, do it in your own style. Like, if you want to do it the new metal or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, okay, sure. But, like, dude, I was like a kid at a candy store. Like, I'm just like one of my favorite music composers for video games is hitting me up asking to cover one of his songs. And I'm just like, I had to pinch myself, and I let the band know, like, hey, this music composer wants us to work on one of his songs, which was to let everyone know it's a song called it's a single called "Come Get Some," and it's the fun fact about the title is that it's actually one of the difficulties from Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh, really?
Yeah, "Come Get Some" is like is hard as the skill, and I'm just like, okay, that's interesting. And I thought of that as an idea, and then that's how we came up with the song. And what's cool, what Lee Jackson did, even though that he is actually like going through like medical issues, like surgeries and everything like that, him and his wife drove all the way from Garland, Texas, just to jam with us on that song.
Dude, that's freaking epic, man.
Dude, yeah. Like if I find the photos, I'll send them to you, and then you can see how happy I was in the photos, because I'm just like, dude, I'm collaborating with one of my favorite music composers from one of my favorite video games I've been playing since I was 8, 9, and getting to collaborate, like, dude, like, does that ever happen? I mean, I'm sure it happens, but like, it's rare. I was like saying, this is still a highlight in my life. Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah, man, that's freaking epic, dude. I love that.
Yeah, dude, that was a blast. And like, he even like threw in a keyboard solo that we asked him to do. Like, it's like, hey, like if you want to throw in a keyboard solo, and he did, and it sounded like a video game. And I'm just like, yes, this is so cool. But yes, the song is called "Come Get Some" featuring Lee Jackson. And there's another song that's in the works. That's actually one of the ones that we just wrote this past Sunday. It was another song that Lee Jackson wanted us to collaborate on as well. But it's not one of his Duke Nukem songs or any of the songs from his other video games like Rise of the Triad or Shadow Warrior from '97. But it's like one of his own. But he said that he wanted us to add in our own flavor to it. I'm like, okay, no biggie, let's do it.
That's sick. I love Duke Nukem 64 back in the day.
Oh, dude. You know, I still have yet to play it, but I've seen some gameplay and it looks fun.
Yeah, no, that was fun as hell. Me and my cousins would play that every day when we were kids.
That's rad, dude.
Man, dude, this was fun. I love this. This was everybody go check out Agony on all streaming platforms. They're amazing. Also check them out in San Antonio, October 13th. It's gonna be a killer show.
Yeah, everyone come on out. It's going to be a hoot.
uh, and remember,
But,
everybody, that
no,
without
yeah,
you, what's up?
pleasure. It was a
Yeah, man.
pleasure.
This was fun, dude. This was fun. I love it. And remember, everybody, that without music, life would be a mistake.
Mistake.